right, everybody, welcome. This is There Will Be Trivia's Total Recall. We got a little bit of a special match today because usually one of us is either competing and there's another guy who kind of looks a little bit worse than the both of us, but he's the one usually hosting. But now he's going to be competing against Brian. So, Jake, what do you think of the competitors today?
Oh, I think that this is proof that the seating is not rigged, because had it been rigged by Henry, who organized this, I don't think he would face himself off against Brian in the first match, because Brian is a real favorite in this. He's a real competitor.
Oh yeah, Brian's great. If he was definitely like trying to make it easier for him, he would have put himself against me for sure. So, I mean, let's go straight into it.
But they're both. It could go either way here.
It could go either way, but I think we both know who's going to win. Let's start with Brian. Brian, what do you think?
Yeah, no pressure. Now you're just setting me up to lose. Yeah, I'm just, I had fun in the last tournament. This one, a little bit bigger. I'm going to have more rounds, more people to get through, but, you can't ever look past anybody. And Henry's a good one. I mean, I've faced him in, I think I faced him in other leagues and teams and stuff like that. So, I mean, anybody can win on any given day. I don't know why you guys think this is such a given, because he's good. So, we'll see.
All right, ladies, welcome back to There Will Be Trivia. Did I just say ladies? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Man, look at me pandering. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to There Will Be Trivia. Oh, wait, those aren't my lines. Sorry, Sandy. I stole your bit when you competed in your most recent Full Metal match. So, yeah, if you guys didn't notice, in order to uncancel yourself, you have to create your own league, and you have to put yourself in the tournament. And in order to make it, look legit, you have to rig it, but you have to rig it against probably the best player in the entire tournament. So I checked off all those boxes, so it's going to be fun. I've been, out of the community and specifically trivia for 2+ years at this point, so I don't know how that's going to carry over. I wouldn't say there's rust, because I watch pretty much every fan league match. I watch some Schmodown, and I watch a lot of movies, and I still study, not specifically study, but luckily this isn't a study league, so we'll see how it goes. I'm going to have some fun. Brian's one of my good buddies. He's one of the few who made me watch Moulin Rouge and stuff like that, so he may not have the greatest taste, but at least he's an interesting person, and I can't wait to play him. So we'll see how it goes.
Midi, you cracked me up there. I think we both know it's gonna go.
I know we're not biased. I swear. We're gonna be honest.
As the people who wrote the questions for this match and have a favorite in it, I don't know. Are you biased? I don't know.
I will say, looking over his questions, this is gonna be really fun. So you guys both know how this works. Henry, you've been running a league, so hopefully you know how this works. Brian, you've won this league like twice so far, so again, someone who knows
Just
how
once.
it works. Semantics, who cares?
He's predicting the future for this tournament.
That is semantics.
Only a little bit. So let's get started. We're going to start with question number 1 in the this or that round. Question 1. What is the first word that Caesar speaks in Rise of the Planet of the Apes? Stop or no?
Yeah, my marker's out, so I'll go first for this one, and then after the question, I'll go get my other marker. Hey,
Actually,
I haven't had to actually play in years, so this is the same marker before cancellation. This is actually a pre-cancellation marker.
Act like you've been here before. Jesus Christ.
If you noticed, watch the playback. I was actually writing before you even said this or that. I was actually trying to do a humble brag there, so go ahead.
Okay, so you go first, Henry. What do you got?
No!
Okay, and Brian?
And
No.
He was doing
That
his
is
his best Darth Vader impression. Too soon?
it
Too
was
soon?
a pretty good impression.
I'll be
That is a
right
really
back.
good Question number 2. Who directed Escape from Alcatraz? Don Siegel or Clint Eastwood? Have you seen this one, Madi?
I have not.
No?
I like both of these directors. I just haven't gotten around to seeing this particular movie from one of them.
Okay, and
We'll find out
5,
which one?
4, 3, 2, 1. Brian, what do you got?
They both sound good to me. I went with Don Siegel.
And Henry?
Henry?
Fun fact: I just watched He Got Game yesterday, and they made a bunch of references, and Escape from Alcatraz is actually one of them. Don Siegel.
Great. That's 2 points, or 2 points altogether. 1 point apiece.
The
2-2.
inferior,
You still got
the
this, Brian.
inferior Shawshank.
Question number 3. In the English dub of Ponyo, who provides the voice of Ponyo? Is it Noah Cyrus
Studio Ghibli.
or Elle Fanning? Hey, Studio Ghibli's great. I love Ghibli. I still put Spirited Away as one of the top 20 movies all time.
Michael Campbell, if you're watching this, Ponyo is not just a character in the movie. I'll never not say that joke. I asked him a question one time. I was like, in Ponyo, what is Ponyo? And is a character in the movie? I'm like, sorry, we were looking for this. And he was like, challenge. And he legitimately challenged. He wasn't just trolling. So from then on, I've made sure I've specified as much as I could to be challenge proof.
He
Okay,
is
was it Cyrus or
technically
Fanning?
right.
I'm going to
Henry,
go first.
What do you got?
I went Elle
Yeah, Henry,
Fanning.
go first. And Brian?
I couldn't hear that. With whatever the first one was, it A. Was it Noah Cyrus? What did you say, Miley?
Yes, that is
Noah,
correct.
it was not
Noah
Miley
It was
Cyrus.
Noah Cyrus? Okay.
Yes.
Damn it.
Ponyo
I was
did
hoping
not
that
come in like a
that was
wrecking
such a
ball.
random thing that I was like, maybe that's it. I didn't know.
But no, Brian, you get the point on that one. It was Noah Cyrus.
3-2. In The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, what word appears over Tuco in freeze frame? The bad or the ugly?
It's funny. We could have replaced the word Tuco with Henry, and it would have worked just as well.
It would have been canceled.
It would
Five,
the cancel.
4.
Yeah.
Okay.
This
You
is what
ready?
it's like.
Brian, what do you got?
Yep.
Well, Desi said Henry. I kind of want to change my name to Ugly, but I went with Bad.
Okay.
He's the
Henry?
ugly.
And Henry, you are correct. We are all tied up now. 3-3.
Angel Eyes was the bad.
you kind of
Not
gave
worth
it
any
away
extra
there,
points for
Mickey,
knowing
once
that,
you-
but-
I don't remember that movie.
I know a little bit, and still Brian got it wrong. I'm trying to help out. Nothing's happened.
That's okay.
Question number 5. John Huston's 1981 Escape to Victory, starring Sylvester Stallone, is about which sport? Soccer or American football? Now, me being British, I call both of these football, so I could be right either way, but both of these guys are from America, so they can not use that excuse.
Yeah, in
5,
Canada we also call it soccer.
3, 2, 1. And Henry, what do you got?
I honestly don't know. I went American football.
And Brian?
In America, we just call it get a real sport, soccer.
Brian, you are
That's fine.
correct.
All right. Well,
I
might dock you a
couldn't
mark,
imagine
though, for that
Sylvester
comment.
Stallone playing soccer, so I'm like, no way.
See,
He's the
that's
goaltender
That's
in
the
it.
funniest part of the movie is Sylvester Stallone talking about
They
soccer.
had to rewrite the movie so that he could save the final ball
Oh,
because it
spoilers.
came off of Rocky. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry. Terrible
no,
movie.
No way you're gonna kick this ball past me.
Yeah.
It's some of his finest work.
Yeah. That's a late John Huston. Well, I already said that in the question, so just cut that out for me, Henry, so I don't look like a total idiot.
I'm definitely leaving that part in now.
Okay, what is the name of the gang in John Carpenter's Assault on Precinct 13? Is it the Night Stalkers or Street Thunder? Both very badass names.
They are very badass names. They're also names
I'd be
that I would
scared.
definitely use. I use both of these names for myself in bed.
Oh, okay, in 3, 2, 1. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, Henry, what do you got?
Night Stalker. I couldn't remember if you said ers or so.
Either way, we know what you meant.
Street Thunder.
Street Thunder is correct, so that gives you the 2-point lead.
Once again, I was like, I just watched that movie last week too, and I don't remember that at all. It's like,
It
that
is
doesn't sound
quite a
familiar.
silly name.
It's
That's
a
why I
silly
always
but
remember
bad
it.
name,
It's so
yes.
silly.
All right, so we're gonna move on to round 2, which is the locked-in round. So remember, it's 2 points for if you get it before, and then 1 point if you switch to multiple choice. So we're gonna start with Paul Verhoeven's Total Recall. What is Douglas Quaid's blue-collar job before visiting Recall?
Of course, it's unclear what happens once he does visit Recall, so I felt the need to specify in the question that.
Yeah, it does kind of throw things out for a loop when he.
All right.
Recall.
Are we locked
in? I'm locked in.
I don't trust my own
Brian,
multiple
are you-
choice.
2,
Okay.
1. Okay, we're going to multiple choice for Brian.
So the options are
The
A,
options are
mechanic. Oh, I guess. Now, whatever.
You guys will figure it out. You guys are new.
mechanic. Yeah, it's fine. B, a factory worker. C, construction worker. Or D, an oil rigger.
Okay, I'm good.
Good? All right. I guess if you're good, we're just going to go Henry. What do you got?
For 2 points, construction worker.
All right. And Brian?
Should have trusted myself. Construction worker.
Construction worker is the
Okay.
correct answer. So that's 2 for Henry and 1 for Brian, which I think puts Henry within 1.
Right. Brian, you're at a 1-point lead now. Question number 2. Who plays Philip Marlowe in The Long Goodbye?
I love this question. I told you before I love this question.
I'm locked in.
This is such a good question.
You're locked in? Brian, are you locked in or are we going to multiple choice?
I'll lock.
Okay.
Oh, they're locked
We're
in.
taking a risk
All right.
here. All right, Brian, what do you have?
Is that Humphrey Bogart?
Elliot Gold.
Henry is correct.
What am I
So
thinking?
that puts Henry at a
thinking of the
1-point
Maltese
lead
Falcon.
now.
Or no, you're thinking of the Big
Humphrey-
Sleep. He's which one is
The
the,
Big
Mar-
Yeah,
Sleep.
the
Yeah.
big sleep.
Yeah.
Humphrey
Is it the
Bogart
same
did
name though?
play.
Philip Marlowe?
Yeah.
Yeah, same name, Philip Marlowe in The Big Sleep.
Same
That
character.
confused me earlier too. That's why I love this question so much.
All the multiple choice options were people who have played Philip Marlowe.
Okay.
Just a
I
fun
don't feel
fact.
completely stupid.
Yeah, no, you're good. All right, moving on to question number 3. What brand of beer does Frank prefer in Blue Velvet? Are you a beer guy, Jake?
Yeah, I bring beer to every game because it gives me something to do after I say something uncomfortable.
Gives you something to do. I love it.
I'm not locking in.
I'm locked.
Okay. You're locked? All right, so for Henry, the multiple choice options. A, Heineken. B, Pabst Blue Ribbon. Freudian slip, what can I say? So B, Pabst Blue Ribbon. C, Budweiser. Or D, Guinness.
The two I was thinking are both of the multiple choice. That makes that very maddening.
It's almost like a this or that question.
This, that, or the other. Apparently,
Or the other, yeah.
5,
I'm
4,
just gonna go back to my gut because that was my
3.
first instinct.
2, 1. What do you got? Brian, why don't you go first?
Pabst Blue Ribbon.
That is correct. So you had Henry?
No, it wasn't even one of the options. Once you said it, I was like, it sounds familiar, but I was like, I just don't think so. But Budweiser is
Velvet,
literally what I wrote
Blue Ribbon.
initially, and I was like, maybe Heineken or Guinness. But PBR was not the one that I was thinking of.
That puts
Guinness is
Brian
my
at a
choice
1-point
for you.
lead. You guys are switching lead back and forth on each question here.
You actually have a barn
Okay.
burner. This is pretty great.
Question number 4. Who directed the firefighter action thriller Backdraft?
Lock.
Locked.
You guys haven't even finished writing yet. I feel like that was a rule that you have to finish writing the words down at least before. All right,
You don't-
whatever.
Okay,
You
Brian,
don't
what do
you don't
got?
you don't you don't let your girlfriend finish before you yell locked, so don't judge us.
Yeah, but
Who cares if the girlfriend's
that wasn't
finished?
one of the. That's- where's that written down that I have to follow that rule?
In the relationship contract. Who's
I
first?
skimmed it.
Brian,
We'll go
what
Henry
do you
first.
got?
Ron Howard.
Run out.
Both correct.
Or should we say
Okay.
Brian Michaels' twin?
I don't have the ears for it. I'm gonna have
Then how'd you hear that
The
joke?
ears are missing. The ears are missing. Yeah. A little bit. I'll give you that. All right. Your penultimate question in this round. What movie is Queen of the Damned a sequel to? Queen of the Damned is not as good as the prequel to it, I guess. In my opinion.
I barely remember this. It was one of Aaliyah's few performances.
I'll go multiple choice.
Yeah. Okay. And Brian, are you locking in? Or?
Locked.
Okay. All right. So for Henry, A, Crybaby, B, From Dusk Till Dawn, C, Village of the Damned, or D, Interview with the Vampire.
None of these are like I didn't even have a guess in my head, but it definitely wasn't any of these. So I'm just gonna write one down and hope it sticks.
All right. So
Okay.
you got it down, or
Yeah, I'm good.
Brian, why don't you tell him what the correct answer is? You were so fast there.
Interview the Vampire.
Wow.
And
I
Henry?
definitely didn't guess that. From Dusk Till Dawn.
yeah?
I need
no,
to-
Brian is correct.
Literally
on that
every
one.
question I've missed this match, I'm like, well, it's obviously not that one. That one's weird. And apparently now that they're written because the answer is weird, it makes no sense.
I
I'm
don't
getting
think
the
it's
trend.
weird.
I'm getting the trend.
I don't think
You're
it's
getting
weird.
it. I like these.
Okay. The final question of this round. In which 007 movie does Bond's wife, Tracy Bond, die?
This is a
Are we all both going to multiple choice here?
I'm not locked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
multiple choice.
I feel like this is a multiple choice one right off the bat.
Okay.
It's not
Is
gonna
it
help.
A?
Those little choice.
Is it A, On Her Majesty's Secret Service, B, The Spy Who Loved Me, C, Moonraker, or D, The Living Daylights? I can tell we don't have two Bond fans in this match. Interesting.
Yeah, that's pretty obvious right now.
Fun fact: I've only seen Goldfinger and all of the Craig ones. That's it.
Give me
So
the
you
option.
gotta write
I
down
would
a-
recommend. I would recommend watching the other ones just for the pure enjoyment.
He wants
factor.
the options again.
We have the options. One
Yeah,
more.
options again
Oh,
are
sure.
A, On Her Majesty's Secret Service, B, The Spy Who Loved Me, C, Moonraker, or D, The Living Daylights? This is both these guys seem stumped. They're making a lot of faces.
This is the one I got right away out of all of them, which is kind of surprising now.
My
Because
thought
the rest of
process
them
is,
I was like,
if I
oh,
close
forgot
my
about
eyes,
it.
which one's gonna be like, hey, it's me?
Well, I
I'm
studied Bond for a trivia match before, and I knew this at one point, but I've purged it since then. So.
Okay, in 3, 2, 1. What do you got, Henry?
I went Moonraker.
And Brian?
B.
You guys are both incorrect. It was A, On Her Majesty's Secret Service.
Well, at least he didn't get it. What's the score?
That's the one with Lazenby. He only did one Bond movie. Very good. The score
It was a
is
good one.
12-9 for Brian. So he has a 3-point lead right now. It's anyone's game still. Anyone's game.
Yeah.
So for the final round, we
But-
have 2 sets of questions. And since you're in the lead, Brian, let me ask Luke or Han?
You're just gonna change how I do things? Okay.
Yeah, Luke or Han, who would you rather?
That changes the question.
Yeah.
No, I'll go with Han.
Okay, you're that type of guy. Okay, going with Han.
I see.
That
I
leaves
see
you
how it is.
with Luke Henry. Henry not happy about how I changed the question.
Well, now
But he made us help, so-
I might have to make it a thing. So thanks.
Well,
Hey, it's good.
we'll see.
It's
I
good.
like
Everyone
that.
here loves it.
All right, so
For 1 point.
Henry, I'm going to give you for 1 point. I'm going to give you the year, a couple of the categories of the movie it is, and then a brief synopsis. 1991. Adventure, crime, drama. In the synopsis, two best friends set out on an adventure, but it soon turns around to be a terrifying escape from being hunted by the police as these two girls escape for the crimes they committed.
For a second, I was like, I have no idea what this is, but I think Thelma and Louise.
Ding!
Give the man his point. Yeah, Thelma and Louise.
I haven't seen it, so I was like, I don't know for sure, but I was like, that just genuinely sounds like, maybe.
Okay, that
Oh,
puts
yeah,
you at 2 points
Thelma
behind.
and Louise. And then we move on to your second question. And do you want me to keep going with him and then you go to Brian if we need to, or do you want to just go back and forth?
We'll go to Brian if he gets this one correct, right?
No, he was
Yeah,
asking,
but
do
do you
you
wanna
want him to ask me the questions, or?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Go ahead and ask him the second question if you want.
All right,
That's
sweet.
good.
And just a reminder, it's actor or director. Just I know it's your first time, so I just want to make sure
Yeah,
you don't
so it's
you don't
actor
accidentally
or
say both.
director. And again, the same stuff as before. So the year is 1996 in the categories of comedy, sports. And the director
Hold on,
is
hold on.
the Farrelly Brothers.
Okay, that's fine. I get to pick which one I want, but I'll go director because you already did it. Kingpin. You guys
That
are
is
learning.
correct.
didn't write
Tying the
down-
game up.
We didn't write down an actor, so I would have just had to like guess.
Yes, for future reference. So if you wanted to fix this for Brian's, it's you give us the
Okay.
year and the genres, and then we pick if we want top billed actor or director.
Okay.
Okay, well I know who the top billed actor is too, so I could have done it. But Woody Harrelson.
Don't worry, guys.
Yeah,
It took
you got
me about
the
4
2
years
points.
to get good at this. It's a process. Don't worry.
It's fine.
We're
This
pretty
is
good
why
at
he
it. I
this is
mean,
why he hired us. Yeah.
I need to do
We're
better screening
barely-
though. In my interviews. Is
Is
it tied now?
was literally like, hey,
It's tied now,
can
yes.
you show up at 5 Eastern?
You
That-
also
that
did
was
write
the
the
whole
question,
interview.
so it's like you didn't have much.
Didn't. I
There
just
there
looked
wasn't
at
much,
them- I
know.
looked at them. I was like, oh yeah, Jake did a really good job, and then I just left it.
All right, so Jake, now if you want to ask Brian his 1-pointer, we'll see how it goes. And now I'm not responsible for anything that happens here.
Okay. Since you would rather Han than Luke, your first question. This movie is from 2019, adventure, drama, science fiction. Astronaut Roy McBride undertakes a mission across an unforgiving solar system to uncover the truth about his missing father, and his doom expedition, now 30 years later, threatens the universe.
Ad Astra.
Ding! For a point. That puts you at a
I
1
don't know.
point.
I don't know if you've ever watched one of the episodes, but I actually do the dings in post, so I don't know how that's gonna work. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, people like it.
Yeah.
It's charming.
Who
Yeah,
are
it-
these
it's
people you
nice.
keep referring to?
All 12 of the viewers. That's
Yeah,
that's
but
who-
Jake doesn't talk to any of them, so that's what I'm getting at. This is almost as fun as Aaron Cannell versus Jay Burns later. That's why I started drinking. I'm like, we're gonna
Oh,
party
God.
later.
Yeah, no, that one's gonna be a fucking gong show. All right,
All right.
Henry, your final question for the lead. The year 1986. The category drama, horror, and sci-fi. And your 3 key words: teleportation, metamorphosis, and tragedy.
Can you do a full repeat? I'm actually gonna write them down.
All right, sure. So the year is 1986. The category is drama, horror, and sci-fi. And your key words: teleportation, metamorphosis, and tragedy. I feel like we should have the Jeopardy music in the background. Just
It might be in post. We'll never know.
yeah. Assuming you can get the copyright for it.
I'm gonna officially do
five.
I'll do a time extension. I'm gonna think a little longer.
Okay.
So if
sure.
you guys want to vamp and not give anything away, you can. If not, we'll sit in silence.
I'm really trying not to give anything away, but
Yeah.
I think we should just talk about
So I have.
Freeman
Here's
and
my
his
thing. I have a
personal
guess,
life.
but I just can't remember the year. And usually I'm pretty good at dates, so that's what's really frustrating right now. And I don't know if this would be it, but this is the first thing that popped in my mind, so I'm just gonna stick with it. I don't know if it's the year, so I'm not 100% sure. I'm gonna go Reanimator.
Oh, sorry, that is incorrect.
Damn it.
Yeah,
Fly.
the
You're
answer
looking
we're
for the-
looking for was The Fly.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but I
Damn
mean,
it.
a hell of a choice with the Reanimator. Is a really good option. I don't know
Pretty
if that was
close.
1986, but yeah.
I
But
just
with
I
that,
wouldn't
Brian
have
is
thought
the-
as. Okay.
Brian is the winner today, as we predicted and bet on. Wait, that's not
Jesus.
legal, so just cut
Sorry
that part
for
out.
anyone who
But-
had to watch this. This was redundant. We all knew that Brian was gonna win.
We could
You
have.
guys are the reason I
That's
drink.
all that we would have known for sure.
You guys are the reason I drink. Holy shit.
And you
Oh.
love it for it.
Brian, how
But-
do you feel anything, or are you just like this is just like being alive for you?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of sucks. I have to, knock Henry out of the first round, but now he can focus on, hosting and stuff like that, and not get a couple of amateur rookies like you guys to try and do this.
What was the?
I mean, maybe you
what
won't have to
was
drink
the-
so much anymore.
What?
Which question were you most surprised that Henry didn't get?
Jesus.
I don't remember all the questions.
Which one just made you think, "Wow"?
What a dumbass! Like, just
I
you
honestly
won't
don't
get,
remember
you
what
won't
he
get
got wrong.
canceled on this.
I
so
have
it's
no
fine.
clever answer for that. Sorry, I'm boring.
All right, guys. So with that being said, Henry Confidential here on There Will Be Trivia. If you made it this far in the video and you guys aren't here just to roast me, I appreciate you. And if you are here to roast me, I appreciate your engagement as well. Might as well drop a dislike or a like. They all count. No, but all jokes aside, I really appreciate Jake and Madi for coming out here and hooking our brother up on some last minute stuff. I don't know exactly how I'm gonna edit this, so you guys are either gonna see some pretty awkward stuff, or it's gonna look beautiful. So it depends on how I'm feeling and how many of these have kicked in by the time I'm editing.
Maybe
I'm
we
like-
shouldn't have shit on him so much.
Like,
Madi.
fuck them.
Man, we're gonna end up with like shit emojis like plastered in front of our faces. Like,
I mean-
Are you gonna
Thanks.
cut out all the racial slurs that you said in this, though, Henry?
He's just gonna film himself later, answering all the questions correctly, and edit it in so he wins.
yeah.
Have you ever
mean,
witnessed a Henry Confidential production? Shit, that's how we roll, baby. No, but all jokes aside, Brian's one of my favorite people in the community. Madi's one of my longest friends, and Jake, he's become someone who I'm really starting not to hate as much as I did yesterday. So it's one of those things that this is a nice a nice tight group that we're working on over here, and There'll Be Movies, and I really appreciate everyone who's been rocking with me this long. And I said in my promo kind of as a joke, but in order to get myself back in the community, I kind of just had to force my way and just hope that some people rocked with me, and you guys are definitely the core of that. And it really means a lot to me that you guys are here for that. So cheers on that. And Brian, congratulations going on to round 2. We all, all jokes aside, we knew that more likely was going to happen, but I'm glad, we had a really good match, and I'm glad that A, no TKO, and B, definitely got a couple, I think 2 questions that you didn't get right. So that's good enough for me. So Henry Confidential, Jake Crookshank, Madi Raymond, or Medea Raymond, if you ask some people, and Brian the MacGuffin Michaels. I appreciate you guys all if you made it this far in the video. Like and subscribe, comment anything, comment your favorite jokes on stuff, and Henry Confidential, There Are Movies, we are out.